All right, my Aries, thank you for joining Tarot and White Oracle, where we get into the cloud and see what we see. This is your morning quickie. Every sign gets one a week. That is a short love read. And for your longer you versus them, it's on Sundays. Look at our description to learn more. As I was meditating, I was seeing a big raven coming out of a man. Like a transformation imagery. So many of you might be transforming this week. I've also seen a stork carrying a baby. Some of you may be getting pregnant, having kids. Yeah, there were several different images flying by. There could be a scarecrow that resonates with some of you. We are approaching Halloween, so maybe some of you are into scarecrows. Anyway, we are a brand new channel, so please comment with what you like and anything that resonates with you. Thank you, Divine Creator, for guiding and channeling the Aries guidance. Let's go ahead and draw for overall Aries energies. Situational energies. So this will be a broader energy. It's more like what I call a collective Aries energy, which is the overall Aries energy on the planet. As we get into the cards, it will be more frequency based for those that are on the frequency that I'm reading for. Okay, so many of you will be, wow, this has come up in 3 different signs this week. What is it with people feeling like the shits? Many of you might be feeling like the shits. Another group of you might be feeling very fed up this week. Probably to do with work is what I'm picking up, but it could have to do with the connection itself. For others of you, you're going to be popping the question. You're going to be moving on to the next stage of commitment. Not necessarily marriage, but the next stage. And for others of you, you are getting a hot and cold detached energy and you've been ghosted. Or you are doing this. This could be the Aries, or this could be Aries' person. For others of you, you're feeling rejected, or your person is feeling rejected by you. So those are our bigger general energies, situational energies coming from the Aries side. And so this is a general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. It's likely a romantic partner, but it doesn't have to be. If you're not connecting with a romantic partner, it could be someone in business. It could be someone in a family or friend scenario. But it is going to be a significant connection for you. Most likely someone in your soul tribe. All right, let's go ahead and draw for some communication energy. How is the Aries feeling in their communication space this week? And or wanting to communicate to their partner. Let's see if we can get one more or 2. Okay. So we do have a sense of the 7 of Wands, the World, and 4 of Wands in our feeling space for our Aries. So if you're a cross watcher, you might be spying in on what your Aries is feeling this week. And or this could be what Aries' person is feeling. So there's a sense of maybe wanting the truth, needing the truth, feeling like deceit, what is true, what isn't true. And it's coming to a full circle. The light is shining and it's becoming clear what is true and what isn't true. There's also a sense of a strong feeling to unite, to spend time either with family and friends or unite in a more solid partnership with your person. So for many of you, I'm picking up on the question energy from the collective in my frequency. Let's go ahead and see what else is happening though. So for some of you though, the Aries person, this might not have to do with your person coming into higher commitment. It could just have to do with you feeling rejected by your person or ghosted by your person or fed up or feeling like shit with the person. And therefore you're going to spend time with your family and friends and just have celebrations and enjoy life and forget that the connection is not working out the way that you want. So there's two different groups of you. All right, I wanted to get our fire going again since we are with our fire signs right now. Okay, so that is what we have in our feeling space, and what we have for our communications for most of you is going to be all about you're not really sure which way to go. You're at a crossroads, or you and your partner are on different pages about what you're communicating. There might be some sort of miscommunication, or you're not on the same page about something, or you're not really sure what to communicate just yet. You kind of have a little confusion or divided mindset about something. We do have Judgment in the inverse and Hermit. So you're not feeling tapped into your intuition, your higher self, your higher calling. And you are trying to tap into that by spending time alone and in your healing space. It can sometimes be your lone wolf space. Your Aries might be a lone wolf, or Aries is a partner. So the communications are not closed, but they're not very open. They're there, and when a communication comes in, your Aries may be communicating. They might not really be sure though exactly what to say about some things, and so they are closed off in their feeling intuitive space, which normally would guide you, and they're spending a lot of time in their hermit mode. They might not be as communicative as they could be or usually are. Take that how it resonates. Remember, since this is a general, this is the Aries that I'm reading for, but if you are not resonating with this, it could be your person's energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into focus. So this is more of your mind space, what you're focused on. Okay, so I kind of get a feeling of these being upright, but for some of you being in inverse, because they came in the upright, but then they fell down in the inverse. So you could read them both ways. So for a big portion of you, in the mind, there's a sense of action needing to be taken, a forward movement in this connection needing to be taken, and an equal give and take within the connection, a balance of what's being given is also what's being got. Your partner's giving you something, you need to give your partner something. There's a sense of I need to equally give and take, and I need to make movement forward in this connection, which is heavy on the mind of the Aries person. So this is probably what they are hermiting about. I call this my hermiting card. And that is what's on their mind. And so therefore that is also going to trickle down into their communications. But they're not really sure what to say in the communications. But they are open. They're just not fully connected or aligned yet right now. Okay, let's go ahead, see what is hidden. So we do get the guide. Sorry, they're upside down. So we get the Guide of Swords, which sorry. Okay. The Guide of Swords is all about the King of Swords. So this is about being open in communication, the intellectual attraction, but also connection, the directness, the tactfulness, the honesty, the openness. So what Aries doesn't see coming is that there will be direct and open and honest communications to match him or her equally in the intellectual mental sector. And so it's not a bad thing that you don't see coming. However, it can act as a blockage if you're not prepared for it. So let's go ahead and take an advice card too. But before we do that, for some of you, you're in the inverse of this energy. So your person is feeling stuck and not really sure, not really feeling like there is a chance of equal give and take in this at this time. They're feeling like there's not a sense of equal give and take. I don't know how to equally give and take in this. I'm not there yet. I'm not healed enough yet. And I'm stuck right now. And so for others of you, there's that sense that is being played out in Aries' mind space. And that may be why you were ghosted or rejected or fed up with this person. All right, let's go ahead and draw an advice card. Oh, well, before we do that, let's go ahead and take some dark confessions. Let's see if Aries has any dark confessions for this week, or Aries' person. Sometimes there aren't any, sometimes there's a lot. Let's go ahead and look at specific communications that Aries or Aries' person may be trying to communicate. Okay, so what we get in dark confessions is, I am afraid that your feelings for me are not mutual. So Aries may be feeling this way about their person and scared to confess something, or this may be coming from the Aries' person. I don't want to be contacted right now. I wish to be left alone. This came in the inverse. So this was Aries' energy before this week, but this week they are feeling more open and wanting to connect. We do get, I can't keep going on without you. So for some of you, that is a message for you. And we do get, I want to rebuild our connection. So that's another personal message for some of you as well. Let's go ahead and look in the advice. Okay. Okay, we do get the advice, which is all about tapping into your high priestess, which is your intuition. So in your communication space, the Aries is feeling kind of tied up in their intuition, their soul path, their purpose, their higher calling, what direction to go. They're not feeling very connected, and so they're in their hermit mode trying to get there. But the advice is to tap into your intuition, tap into your soul, pray, meditate, sometimes a walk in nature, exercise. And this card is all about taking care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Give yourself the nutrients you need, the love you need, self-love, self-care. That's going to help you be able to tap into your higher energy, which is going to guide you so that you can have a productive, open, direct communications that don't mess you up. Because sometimes this could act as a block if you're not prepared for it, which means the communications might not go well. Or one or both may just opt out of communicating altogether. So take care of yourself, tap into your source so that you can communicate openly, so that you can take action toward what you want and have a sense of feeling of an equal give and take. And you'll be able to open up in your communication space, tapping into your intuition, and you won't feel double-minded about what to say. You'll know what to say. Because you are coming to a completion of a cycle of, I'm seeing this as confusion, as you're not sure what is the truth, what is the lie, what is the purpose. And you're coming to a completion and understanding of this, which is going to help you get to your next step, which is all about your union with your partner, or having fun with your family and friends and reconnecting. Okay, so we got a card advice. Let's go ahead and get our animal advice. Those watching my channel know that I love the animal advice cards. Animals are there for our emotional support. They care and guide us non-judgmentally, and they are always there as signs too, to help us to confirm things or understand things a little better. A lot of times birds, butterflies, dragonflies, and crows are often communicators of the spirit world to us here on Earth. Let's go ahead and see if an advice card can come out. Okay, we do get the newborn butterfly. Oh, I was just talking about the butterfly. So we do get a renewal, transformation, and that's what I was seeing in the meditative energy. A crow coming out of a person going through some sort of transformation. So the animal kingdom energy is also reflecting that adaptability. So, brilliant harbinger of change, release me from my own dark crystals. So this card is all about your transformation. You're being released from your dark crystals, which makes a lot of sense because in your communication sector, I can see that you are in your hermit mode, trying to get into your intuition, your soul, trying to get out of your darkness. And so this is all about you getting out of your darkness and transforming, which is what I saw in your meditation as well. So this is just saying, remember that you are a newborn butterfly. You are being renewed and you are being transformed, and you are adaptable. And you may be seeing butterflies, particularly ones with purple or blue on them, as confirmation about this reading for you, or in magazines or TV. So this is to help you remember to this week, you are the newborn butterfly. You're going through a transformation and you're letting your dark crystals, your shadow, go. Okay, so let's go ahead and also draw for a number energy, because I like 3 advices, one from cards, one from the animals, and one from the numbers. We've got 7 and 21, which is 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32 and 8 is 40, 46, 46 and 20 is 46 to a 2, so 48. 48, 49, 50, so this is 59. So 9 and 5 is 14, 4 and 1 is 5. Yeah, 5 is also, so numerically, this is all about changes too. The number 5 is all about new cycles, changes, confronting your challenges and your obstacles. Let's see if we have more than one 5 here. We've got a 4 and 8, a 6. A 20, a 2, no. Okay, so the change isn't necessarily coming quickly. It may be coming slowly, but you are going through a metamorphosis, a change. I saw it in the meditation. I can see it here in your communications. We see it with the animal energy advice, and we also see it with the numerical information. So you are going through changes, you are going through confronting your challenges and your obstacles, and those are allowing you to go through new cycles. So you're probably going through a new cycle in your relationship. If you guys were in separation, you may be coming back together. This is very promising of that. If you guys are broken up for good and you weren't just in separation, this is just you, Aries, really moving on and learning a lot of important lessons from this and transforming and becoming stronger and better out of it. And for some of you, you'll be moving on to the next step of getting married, and that will be a major transformation for you as well. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Aries. And thank you for joining. If this resonates with you, then your soul frequency is similar to mine. Remember, we're a brand new channel, so please like, subscribe, share, comment. It always helps the channel to grow so we can make more for you. And we also are doing personal readings now, so the email is in the description. It is tarot with an H, not a T, for the email, and we are happy to do that for you. Thank you and bless you, and I will see you next time. All right, my Leos, thank you for joining Tarot in White Oracle, where we get into the clouds, see what we see. This is your morning quickie for Leos, and we're going to go ahead and get into some of our general reads. We are a brand new channel, so please like with our channel, and thank you, Divine Creator, for channeling guidance to our Leos. That card wants to come out. While I was meditating, I was seeing a man in a truck. You may be a truck driver. I was also channeling the song, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. So, for some of you, that may be the case. We're going to go ahead and draw for general messages. This is for the overall collective of all the Leos on the planet. So these are going to be general messages for all the Leos first. And then we will get down to our cards, our tarot, which will be more specific. It will draw down to your frequency energy. So we go from broad to more specific. Let's get a couple more. Okay. All right, so my Leos, what's up? What's up, Leos? What's going on here? Some of you have very sad news. The Aquariuses also got that this week. Maybe blah, 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 maybe family, friends, Someone is passing away. For others of you, you're going to be getting bad news, probably on the phone, but it doesn't have to be. For others of you, you're going into legal matters this week. We had some other signs that had ended their legal matters right before this week, but you're going into your legal matters. Divorce, criminal paternity, child support, traffic tickets, anything that has to do with the legal stuff. A big segment of you may be doing that. For some of you in your relationship, maybe one of you thought the other was a thug or shady or doing something wrong, criminal activity, and it's come to light that no, you're not. You're a good guy or you're a good girl. For others of you, before this week, you might have been feeling like you were under a lot of pressure, anxious about decisions, time running out, and but as we go into this week, you're not really feeling the pressure or the anxiety anymore, and so you're coming out of that energy. And we do have a sense of a group of you feeling like you want to move on, let go, and just focus on yourself. Okay, so that is for the overall energy of our Leos. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot, and let's read for the feelings. And thank you, Divine Creator, for channeling guidance to our Leos. Now, this is a general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. This is most likely for your romantic partner, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a family or friend or business partner if you're not in a romantic relationship currently. So for your filling space, Leos, we do get a sense of you wanting to have a new beginning in the way that you guys communicate with each other. A new beginning in ideas that might make this connection work. You're putting away that stress and that worry and the nightmares. They're going away, and you're just moving on into a new chapter in this relationship. This could also be just moving on from the relationship, but right now I'm not picking up on that. But let's get some more cards and see. But you are letting go of the energy, right? I wanted to light that candle because it went out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and draw for our communication space. So remember that this is a general, so it's most likely going to be your romantic partner. But if you're not in a romantic relationship, of course, it's a different significant relationship for this week. Family, friend, business. And I am reading for the Leo. So if you're a cross watcher, this is what your Leo is going through. Let's see if we can get one more. Okay, so for our Leos, we do have a sense of the communications. We do have a sense of the communications as wanting equal give and take. You might not be feeling like there's an equal exchange back and forth in your communications. Maybe you feel like you're giving too much or not giving enough to your partner. We do have a sense of you wanting clarity in your communications of what you guys are talking about, being on the same page, what's going on. Definitely clarity around the sense of equal give and take. But you do have a new beginning in your communication, so it seems like you're putting down your stress and worry in your feeling space and you're moving forward with any disagreements that you guys might have had, we do have a sense of strength and courage and tapping into your true and authentic self. So you are open to communicating with this person, bringing clarity about things to your partner, being true. Like, you're not in a space of being deceptive. You're in a space of being who you really are, what you really want, speaking the truth, being clear about it. And you're wanting an equal exchange back and forth with your partner. So your communications do look very good. Let's go ahead and dive into what our Leos are focused on. And let's get some clarity around the Knight of Pentacles in the inverse. Why in the inverse? Okay, so the Leos are focused on an opportunity around commitments and security that didn't come through, and they're wanting a new beginning or another chance in this. For others of you, the Aries person themselves is in conflict about not wanting a beginning or a commitment with their person, but at the same time wanting it, and kind of stuck in that back and forth, trying to figure out what do they want. The Aries is thinking about commitments, how the commitments are working out, if they're working out. Something was offered, it didn't take. They want a new beginning, or nothing was offered yet, because in their mind space, the Aries is, they're in a reversed space, and so they're feeling like, do I do this or not? But then a big part of them is like, yeah, let's do this. So the clarity around the Knight of Pentacles is about the Judgment, which has to do with letting things go, moving forward. So we also get the sense of moving forward with this card as well. So the clarity and the extra card around the stuck energy of not quite commitments yet, not quite securities yet, has to do with, do I move forward or not? Do I let go of something from the past and then move forward? So for some of you, the Aries might need to let go of something. There might be some sort of issue that the Aries is holding on to and not letting go of. And this is what is holding them back in their offer. So let's go ahead and look at our what is coming. So what does the Leo have coming? We have a 5 of Cups. So it's a sense of a guilt, shame, disappointment, regret. So if the Aries doesn't make a move on moving this forward and letting go, letting bygones be bygones and moving forward, they may be coming into an energy of feeling, like they've missed out on something, and now they're really disappointed and regretful that they didn't make a move on something. And in their head, they're wondering, should I make a move on something? In their feeling space, they do want to move forward. So in their mind, they're they want to move forward, and in their feeling space, they want to move forward. Their communications are very open and honest and beautiful, but in their mind space, there is a little bit of stuck energy in that commitment. And whatever that means for this connection, you know, whether it's going from a situationship to a relationship, or a relationship to living together, or to marriage, or to having kids, there's different stages of commitments. So take it as it resonates for you. Let's go ahead and take an advice card. How does the Leo move forward and not get stuck in the connection, but how does Leo move forward? So the advice is to get out of your head and to stop dicking around. So basically just do it, right? Like the Nike logo. So you need to get up out of your head about things, and you need to stop having in and out contrary energy, which we see in your mind space. It's like you want to, but you're not. Or something on the table was offered, but then you took it back. Or your partner offered it, but something fell through, something went bad around it, and you need to let it go and move forward. Let's go ahead and get an animal advice card. You know, I love my animals, or animal supports. I myself have a cat, but I also love dogs. Let's go ahead and see what we've got here for the Leo Animal Kingdom advice. Be a hardworking bee. Have a work ethic and community drive. You have the power to realize your dreams. So you just need to remember you're a hardworking bee. You make things happen. You get things done. Anything you put your mind to, you can accomplish. So you have the power. Remember, you have the power to realize your dreams. Let's go ahead and get a number energy. I like to get a card energy, an animal energy, and a number energy. So we've got 1, and 9 is 10. This is 16, 36, 39, 45, 55. Okay, interesting. So this is going to be a 9. So the energy of the 9, we just did that for our last reading. Okay, so the energy of the 9 is all about coming to an ending, a cycle closing out, making sense of it, a natural end. So something is shifting in the relationship or within yourself, and you're coming to a near end of closing it out. So you're gaining wisdom, and you're harvesting the lessons that were learned, and you're making sense of the connection and the changes that occurred. These changes will likely occur slowly throughout this week and may even surpass the week, but you're wanting to move forward. So if you're choosing to stay in this connection, you need to be moving past whatever it was that you don't want to let go of. You need to let go of it, move past it. That's what this energy is about. Letting go of whatever happened and moving past it. And focusing on that new beginning, if that's what you want with this person. If you're done in the connection, this is also showing that you are wanting to just move forward, and you might want to let the connection go and have a new beginning with someone else altogether. But you're either going through a change within this relationship because something is closing out karmically, and you're going to be moving into something that's healthier, or you are moving into a new connection altogether. Okay, our fire went out and our reading has ended. Perfect timing. Okay, thank you for joining. If this resonates with you, your soul frequency is similar to my readings. Remember, we are a brand new channel. Like, share, subscribe to help us grow, and comment on what you like. Check out the description to find out when we post. We're on Sundays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, one sign a week for short love readings, but really these are anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes long. Our deep dive is a you versus them, so you get to see both sides of the energy. That runs about 30 minutes, and that's on Sundays, and that's one time a month for each sign. Thank you for joining. Blessings, and see you next time. All right, thank you for joining me, my Saggies. This is Tarot and White Oracle, where we get into the cloud and see what we see. This is your morning quickie for your Saggies. This is going to be once a week. Once a week we do a short love read. By short, I mean it goes anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. While I was meditating, I was seeing carving out of a pumpkin, and that may be something that many of you will be doing through September and October. That might make sense for many of you. I'm not sure why I was seeing that now. Maybe some of you are getting it done early, or you have pumpkin stuff on your mind and you're making squash. For others of you, I did see a kite flying through the air. It could also symbolize letting go of things in your life, letting go of certain emotions, letting go of certain people. So this is a brand new channel. Remember to like and comment on what resonates with you, and subscribe and share to help the channel grow. And thank you to the Divine Creator for channeling guidance to our Saggies, our most spiritual sign of the fires. All right, we do have, we're going to channel a few more. So this is our overall, what I call collective Saggy energy. It means all the Saggies on the planet, and we're going to be drawing energy out of that pool. And then we'll go into tarot, and it will be more specific for those that are on my frequency. Okay, a few want to come out. All right, we do get a some of you may have been feeling ashamed or guilty or embarrassed before this week, but this week you are over it and you're not really feeling embarrassed anymore or guilty about something. Some of you may have had or felt like your partner was keeping secret accounts, but this week you are discovering that they were not, or you are deleting your secret accounts, maybe to keep it more secret, who knows. For some of you, you had false pregnancy alarms going off. You thought maybe that you were pregnant, but it turns out that you're not. Others of you are pretending to be busy. You're just distracting yourself in life, in the connection. And for others of you, you feel like this connection is keeping you trapped. You feel like you're a caged animal. You want to get out. For others, either the Sag or a Sag partner is feeling that something is shady, or one of you are shady. And for some of you, you're going to be getting married. Congratulations. Okay, so we've got all this energy here, and hopefully you can see that. We're going to get into our specific energies now. with the tarot for our Sagittarius feelings. This is going to be for most likely your romantic partner, but it doesn't have to be if you're not in a romantic relationship. It can be with a family or friend or business partner, someone you have a significant connection to, someone in your soul tribe. Let's get one more. So this is going to be for Sagittarius energy. So if you are a cross watcher, this is what your Sagittarius would be experiencing right now in their feeling space. There is a sense of disappointment around something and or guilt around something. I was picking up some guilt in the past for a lot of you. There's some sort of disappointment that could also have to do with finding out about secret accounts, or finding out you're not pregnant, or finding out someone is shady. There's some sort of disappointment around something, and but it feels like there's also a sense of right timing or divine timing around a connection with a person that you have strong ties to, a strong, they might feel like family, they're a family friend, they are someone you knew, someone you have history with. It could be a past life connection. It feels like there's a right timing coming with a reunion with this person this week. So the energy isn't happening just yet, but by the end of the week, you're going to be, the right timing is reconnecting with someone from your past. We do get some air and water energy here. You know, you could be connecting with Scorpio, Aquarius. And let's go ahead and see what we get for our communications. Lovely. That wants to come out. And communications. Anything else wants to come out? Not really. Okay. So in your communication sector, what we do get is a sense of you either having a really good time with family and friends, maybe fake busy with family and friends, or you are going to be uniting in a partnership with your person and getting married, or taking this to the very strong next step in your commitment. Because this is a card of unions, especially for soulmates and twin souls. So if it feels like you're in a soulmate or twin soul connection, marriage could be on the horizon. Union, we also get that reunion card here, and the Star Destiny card. All of these very strong indicators of a strong soul connection with the person that you're in connection with. There's also a sense of no longer being in the dark, no longer having a path hidden to you. The path is clear. It has cleared up. There's no more secrets between you guys. You guys are communicating about everything. and you guys aren't holding secrets. And that's allowing you guys to talk about your partnership, your marriage, your union. You're taking it to the next level. Maybe you're moving in together. Maybe you want to start a family. Let's go ahead and read for what is our Sagittarius focus on for the next 7 days. If they're focused on this connection, what are they focused on in the connection? Or if they're not focused on the connection, then what are they focused on? Sorry, I wanted to light that light because it went out. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we have for our focus energy. So we do have focusing on, so this is the Knight of Cups. So this is about an offer. This is focusing on when is that offer going to come. An expectant energy, but kind of disappointed in an offer. So kind of reminiscent of this energy of disappointment. So maybe you were expecting an offer sooner, but it didn't come, or an opportunity to take this to the next level, but it didn't come. And so you're feeling a little disappointed about that. And you are also thinking about what that means, you know, for your future. And it's not very clear to you. So you kind of feel a little confused about your future and like, hey, did we miss an opportunity? When is he going to make the offer, or when is she going to accept my offer? Let's go ahead and see what you don't see coming. What you don't see coming is the indecision will be cleared up. So what once was confused, or what once was crossroads, I'm not really sure what decision I'm going to make, is now clear. So you're going to have clarity, and or your partner's going to have clarity about this connection and the sense of an offer being made. It looks like more of a love offer, a romantic offer, not necessarily a strong commitment offer. But for some of you it will be, because for some of you there is the marriage card and you're getting married. So for some of you, and you also have the union that you're talking about. So for some of you it is going to be a solid commitment. But for others of you, it's really more about maybe you were wanting to go out on a date, you were wanting to do something fun. And so it will vary person to person, you know, whether you guys were going to go out on a date, or maybe you were expecting him to bring chocolates and roses and he didn't, something like this. But it will clear up. You will get clarity by the end of the week. Let's go ahead and take a card for advice. Okay, the advice is your Scout is your Page of Wands in this deck. So this is all about staying motivated for that new beginning, for that step forward, whatever step forward that is for you. And each situation will vary, if it's marriage, a partnership, going out on a date. But try to stay in your motivation about that new partnership, and balance the things in your life that need to be equaled out, that need to be made fair, you know, between life and work, between your friends and family, between the person you're connecting with and yourself. Make sure that things are fair. And for some of you, it could have to do with legal things that might be coming up, legal matters, court cases, things like this. But for most of you, it's just about really finding that balance so that you can stay motivated in this connection for the next phase. It doesn't look like anything is ending here. It just looks like something fell through. And so, like, hang on. rebalance things, make time for things, try to stay motivated for that next step, because clarity will be coming in and a decision will be made and understood between both of you. Let's go ahead and get an animal energy. For those of you that have been watching, you know that I love to give my animal support energy. Animals are there for signs a lot of the time. Butterflies, dragonflies, crows. But they're also there for our spiritual guidance, emotional support. Okay, so your energy is the soaring eagle. That's your advice for clarity, inspiration, and insight. Awaken your spirit to soar to new heights. Okay, so you might see a soaring eagle. That's confirmation that this message is for you. You might see it on a magazine or TV, especially if it's a white eagle. But this is to encourage you to remain in your clarity, inspired, and your insight. So stay balanced within yourself so that you can acquire your clarity and your inspiration and insight. And this card is all about your inspiration, to stay inspired. So it's kind of repeating the same energy from the cards. Remember your inspiration, and you balance yourself so that you can get your clarity, and then your insight will come, and you'll be able to soar to new heights. You'll be able to take this up to the next level of what you want. Let's go ahead and get the numerological energy as advice as well, like getting card advice, animal energy advice, and number energy advice. We've got 5. 5 and 17 is 22, 28, 48. Backpacker is 48 and 12, 48, 50, 60, 78, 82. So you have a power of 10 in your numerological energy advice, which is all about completions, endings, conclusions of cycles, new chapters, new beginnings. There's a wholeness, a completeness of a karmic cycle and new beginnings. So yeah, something new will begin for you. And so if it's this person that you want, a new beginning is coming. A decision will be made. You guys will be on the same page in the next 7 days about this, and whatever love offer that you're focused on, that you want clarity around, will come in the right timing. Okay, and so remember that with every ending, though, there is a new beginning. So if this connection you want to end, you will have another beautiful beginning with someone else. But for many of you, it will be a new beginning in marriage, a new beginning in some sort of union, a new beginning with a person, with this person going on dates, spending more time together. So that's what we have for you, Saggies, for the next 7 days. And what works out for you, go ahead and come back and comment and let us know. And thank you for joining. If this resonates with you, your soul frequency is similar to mine. We are brand new, so like, share, subscribe to help us grow, and comment, please. And check out our description to find out our schedule. We are doing readings on Sundays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 sign per week for a short dive into your feelings, and your partner's feelings is somewhat reflected as well. And on Sundays we do a you versus them, which is very long and in 30 minutes or more, but that's 1 time a month for every sign. So this is for Sag, but Sagittarius, if this didn't resonate with you, then that means this is your partner's energy. Okay, and if your partner, your cross watcher, is sneaking a peek, then this is what your Sag is experiencing, and that'll give you a little bit of input into what they're feeling and thinking and going through. Okay, so thank you for joining. Blessings. Love you guys, and I will see you guys next time.